July the 9th edition of the Carolina Weather Video here on this Friday, and sort of an interesting overnight period last night. Some fairly intense areas of thunderstorms and some rain developed really right across parts of the Piedmont of North Carolina up into Virginia, then spread down southward into South Carolina. This is the radar imagery from the Raleigh NexRad site. I snapped this image here at 9 minutes after 5 a.m. and had some pretty electric thunderstorms develop and move southward. That affected in the Triad viewing area, especially Alamance County. And the activity continued to shift southward through Stanley, Montgomery, Anson, and Richmond counties, and then down through the Sandhills and parts of eastern South Carolina as well. This is the broader view of the radar imagery. And a couple of factors at play here. One, we still have this area of low pressure very near the coast. There's also a cold front lined up off to our west, and you had that counterclockwise flow around that low interacting with some of the upper level energy from this approaching trough and cold front from the west, and that was just enough to fire off this zone of showers and thunderstorms through the overnight hours. Now, these are the temperatures, 4 a.m. temperatures. It was a very warm night, 70s all across the region, even a few low 80s hanging on at the point I'm cutting this video. And there's the dew point temperatures. It's gotten much, much muggier. Let me see if I can illustrate this. This darker shade of red here, that's the 70-degree dew point line. So we have some 70s back in place in some parts of the region for those dew point temperatures this morning. It'll be a very muggy day for today. This is the upper air chart. What's going to happen is that upper air low that's been near the coast, it's going to get absorbed and picked up by this approaching trough. So that'll kind of make that upper level low weaken and pull off to the north and east. And as we get into the weekend, that trough, it's a broad-based trough, kind of settles into the eastern part of the country, and then the heat and humidity will build again as we get toward the second half of next week. So let's get into the modeling. This is the GFS. I think it's a little underdone with the chance for those scattered showers and storms this afternoon. I think there'll be a pretty good number of them across the region as we go through this afternoon, and those could extend a while into this evening. Tomorrow, the actual cold front moves through, and it looks like pretty good coverage of showers and thunderstorms is on the way. Now, today, highs will still be well up into the 90s and very muggy conditions, but probably a lot of mid to upper 80s for Saturday due to the extensive nature of the clouds. And then the slightly drier air moves in by Sunday behind that front. So we're looking at drier conditions. In fact, it looks like a dry forecast for Sunday, probably Monday as well, except maybe the mountains seeing a few storms Monday afternoon. But all of us get back into the pattern of scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms as we get back into Tuesday and then Wednesday as well. And then finally Thursday, the GFS tries to dry us out, but I've left in the chance for a few isolated storms Thursday and Friday afternoon. And notice the heat building. That's that 20-degree line again up at 850 millibars, and that oftentimes indicates heat when you get that in place. And I do think we'll see some mid to maybe even some upper 90s again through the second half of next week. Tropics now quiet. Tropical Depression 2 moved inland a little before lunchtime yesterday there, and it continues to bring some rain to northern Mexico and southern Texas, and flooding remains a problem in that region. The tropical Atlantic basin, rather quiet elsewhere. All right, that's it for this Friday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great Friday and a great weekend, and God bless.